let's get to the game. We're going to start in Atlanta, where I was. Kirby Smart said it, not to beat a dead horse, but he said he didn't feel like the juice was the same that it has been. And in the building, you could feel it. Once the game started, because the game was so awesome and the drama was there, the fact that the stakes were not necessarily also there, where you've had so many winner-take-all games with Georgia and Alabama in that building previously. But the game was awesome. And I think ultimately it is defined by Carson Beck's injury and Gunnar Stockton coming off the bench, playing the way that he did. I think Texas was a little bit unprepared for them as a running quarterback. And they looked, I mean, you could see Georgia did not trust him to do a whole lot. They weren't letting him cut it loose. He throws that horrific pick that should have gone to the house on a game or a play that he tried to throw the ball away. But ultimately, they ran a lot of quick screens to the outside, a lot of quarterback draw. And Georgia, they absolutely pushed around Texas's front. They missed Kelvin Banks a lot. Left tackle. He was out there in pregame, tried to go, didn't really work. I did want to ask you, Dame, did you see the interception late in the Texas game?
So I missed it. I missed it just because I was traveling over to yeah, but I saw the clip. I didn't see it live, but I saw the clip. And
you got to keep it positive on the sidelines.
Yeah.
But if you are, I didn't see the guy that was not throwing the block for Jahdae Barron. If you're celebrating and you miss a block that does not give you a easy pick six, what should have been. What is the actual conversation when the coaches, when you're back at your apartment later that night, the actual conversation from the guys that are not
he's pissed. Like, and he definitely went out to the sideline and was like, bro, you really screwed me right there. Like, I had that happen before. Obviously it wasn't on a pick or anything. I had a chance for like a 60-yard touchdown run one time in the league when I was in New England. N'Keal Harry didn't block the corner. Marlon Humphrey ended up, chasing me down, making the tackle. And literally the first thing, like, we didn't even get to the sideline. He came back to the huddle. He's like, bro, I got to buy you dinner. I got to buy you dinner. I got to get you a drink. I got to do something, bro, because I messed up. But it's just like the play is not over until it's over. Play until the end of the whistle. Like, that is like literally that right there could have been the difference in Texas winning this game versus losing. I mean, that one play, that's how critical all of these plays are. And I mean, I know we're talking about this one in general, but like I want to get off script a little bit and just talk about it. That's why all of these plays are so important, because it's only one play. You can always look at one play in a game where you lose 22-19 and be like, if we had done better on that one play, we would have won the game. And if it's something that comes down to a guy celebrating instead of just throwing a block to get his guy in the end zone, like, if I'm Sark, I'm pissed. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as a head coach, I don't even know how you handle a situation like that, because like that's not even something that you fundamentally teach people at this level. Like, that's not something that should be coached. Like, you should know if somebody's got the ball, go find somebody to block. I was perplexed.
I was in the Texas post game and somebody asked Jahdae Barron about it. I forgot what he said, but he basically was just like, yeah, you got to keep playing. Like, it was, I forgot. I wish I remember exactly what he said, because I didn't really write about it.
Sounds guilty to me.
Yeah, it was. 6 sacks for Georgia, 15 tackles for loss. They were penetrating quite a bit. Texas' offensive line, maybe slightly better than the game in Austin, but not much. A lot less trash on the field, though. Chris, that was good. Chris, what did you take away from that SEC matchup?
So the first half happened while I was writing after Big 12. The second half, I basically just listened to it on the radio on the way in and kind of watch clips afterward. But I think big picture, like, if you're Texas, you're up at halftime and you knock Carson Beck out of the game and you still lose. Yeah. That's tough, man. That is just on the whole a real bad look. And yet, they're only down to number 5. We thought coming out of Texas A&M, we're like, look, Texas is running the ball better than they ever have, even without Kelvin Banks, the star left tackle. How can they do it against Georgia this time after getting demolished in the trenches? The answer was no. Georgia completely stuffed the run again for them. Quinn Ewers couldn't get anything going. Texas also, left a lot of points out on the field. You missed 2 field goals. You're not finishing drives. The problem the first time was that Texas had horrible field position the first time they played. They could never make up for it. This time they couldn't finish drives. So you go 0-for-2 against Georgia, 2 different losses. But I again have questions now, Texas moving forward. Can they run the ball in the playoff, or are you going to just have to rely on Quinn Ewers' arm to win you the game? Because I don't know if that can win you the games.